I'll go ahead and do a little bit of a speed test between both these devices. Now, the iPhone 12 Pro has that Apple A14 Bionic chip with 6 gigabytes of RAM, where the iPhone 8 Plus has that Apple A11 Bionic chip with 3 gigabytes of RAM. So let's go and see which one is the faster one between both of these. Okay, let's go and clear out all the apps in the background, and the iPhone 8 Plus is fully cleared out. The iPhone 12 Pro, not so much. Okay, let's go and start loading things up. We can load up the app stores. 3, 2, 1. And even just opening things up seems so much smoother on the iPhone 12 Pro. I'll go ahead and increase the brightness a little bit on the iPhone 8 Plus. Scrolling through, about the same. I haven't really seen too many differences in terms of the scrolling speeds. I've been seeing most of the differences in terms of app opening and even the animations of some of them. Now I have a lot of these third-party apps that we can go and get into. Let's do Netflix. 3, 2, 1. And both of them were about the same. I wasn't expecting that. I thought there would be some differences. We can do Quizlet. 3, 2, 1. iPhone 12 Pro slightly faster, but the iPhone 8 Plus was still pretty fast. Dropbox. 3, 2, 1. And again, the iPhone 12 Pro a little bit ahead of the iPhone 8 Plus, but the 8 Plus was still holding it down. BOFA. 3, 2, 1. And the iPhone 12 Pro faster. iPhone 8 Plus, definitely a bigger difference right here for sure. We do Thank You. 3, 2, 1. And again, iPhone 12 Pro faster, but you guys can see, I mean, the iPhone 8 Plus is definitely still pretty fast. I wasn't expecting this one to be this fast every single time. We do Snake versus Blocks. 3, 2, 1. And right there again, the iPhone 12 Pro faster, the iPhone 8 Plus a little bit behind it. Like, just based on these couple of apps that I opened, I'm pretty surprised about the iPhone 8 Plus for sure still. We do Fruit Ninja. 3, 2, 1. And the iPhone 12 Pro is faster. iPhone 8 Plus just a little bit behind. The 8 Plus I think is doing better even than the iPhone 10, which I just tested. Let's go and do Paper IO 2. 3, 2, 1. And again, iPhone 12 Pro faster. iPhone 8 Plus just literally right behind it. Not a ginormous difference here at all. Gameplay wise, you guys can be able to tell a difference. I really don't think there's a crazy amount of difference in terms of gameplay. We can do Temple Run 2. 3, 2, 1. I am seeing the animations of just kind of opening the app still seem a little bit faster on the iPhone 12 Pro. The iPhone 8 Plus seems, this is kind of a bigger difference, I would say. Again, there was a little glitchiness going on with the iPhone 8 Plus right there when we first opened it, and the 12 Pro was able to get into the app faster. The iPhone 8 Plus behind it for sure. This is probably one of the more noticeable up differences, I would say. Gameplay-wise, they're probably going to be around the same. That was a pretty big difference. Let's do Real Racing 3. 3, 2, 1. Hopefully they open up on both. Hopefully I don't have to download on either one of these. And the iPhone 12 Pro is faster, for sure. The iPhone 8 Plus a little bit behind, and I think this is probably the biggest asset for the 12 Pro. It may be for these bigger games, I would say. You're able to see definitely that the iPhone 12 Pro is way faster. The iPhone 8 Plus was noticeably behind it. And if you're trying to load up these games and play these games, I think you're probably going to have a better experience on something like an iPhone 12 Pro here. And this is a perfect example. Look how big of a difference that was. For those minor apps, they were pretty close. But for this one, for a bigger app, the iPhone 12 Pro was definitely far ahead of that app, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and do Paper IO, which I don't have. Stack. 3, 2, 1. 12 Pro is faster. I always just wait until something loads because I've been getting them wrong every single time. But yeah, the 12 Pro is definitely faster there. And we can go and end off with Crossy Road, which I don't have. But let me go and load up some apps. I mean, definitely what I can tell you is there are some minor differences between both. I don't think if you have an iPhone 8 Plus, just based on the performance aspect, that you should go and upgrade to the iPhone 12 Pro. I think the iPhone 12 Pro is a great performing device, but honestly, there weren't that many differences. I think I saw the major differences when it came down to the performance of opening the apps or whatever. But I think for a day-to-day use, you're probably not going to see too much of a difference, especially, I mean, when you go up to the bigger games, that's when I saw a majority of the major differences. The app opening speeds were a little bit different, but other than that, the iPhone 8 Plus was still pretty fast in my opinion. So the RAM management seems to be about the same too. So maybe the iPhone 12 Pro is better, but in terms of that, that pretty much covers it up.